We've been hard at work over here in 5 Points, brainstorming and strategizing about how to serve you best while making some changes to improve cash flow issues. Now, if you're like me of 12 years ago and don't quite know what cash flow is, essentially it's how much money you have on hand, how liquid your money is, and what you can do with it. And cash flow typically for a retail store is very high in November and December. That's when our bank account balance is high, when it's much easier to pay our bills, when it's easier to just really function anywhere within capitalism. Other times of the year, including now, cash flow is pretty tough. That means that over the course of a year, Avid's doing fine. If you look at our end of year reports, we feel pretty proud about our sales and our profits and how we're able to compensate employees. However, if you look month by month or week by week, you'll see a lot of dips. And right now we're in a dip. We have been, and I thought we could figure out our way out of it without making any sort of announcement to y'all. But we remembered something that all of you have told us multiple times, which is that you want to help, you love Avid, and you would rather know more about what's happening behind the scenes than not. So here goes. If you've been here recently, you'll notice that you will have noticed that our stock selection's a little lower than what normally is and lower than what we'd like it to be. The shop certainly isn't bare. You can even just see at a glance behind me. The sections are full and have great books for you to choose from. It's just not quite as many as we want there to be. Special orders have been taking longer than usual, and we have tried to communicate our best with y'all to let you know that the wait times have increased. And I just want you to know that we're aware of that problem and doing everything we can to get shipments fast. I think everybody watching this is probably very aware at how much costs have been driven up. A publisher told me the other day that cost of printing has gone up 17%, I believe, in the last few years alone, which of course drives up the price of books, which means we're paying more for books. So our dollars are just not going as far. Here's the thing, our sales are pretty good. We're only a little bit under where we were this time last year, but not significantly so. So that indicates to me that because a year ago we weren't having these cash flow issues and had the same amount of sales, this year sales are pretty much parallel, yet we're having cash flow because our costs are just skyrocketing. Anything from taxes and fees to shipping charges, and even the cost of books. As many of you noticed, the cover price on new releases have gone up a lot. It's not just us. I'm comforted and kind of worried at the same time to tell you that virtually every other independent store I've talked to and restaurant has echoed similar problems. Additionally, I have spoken with several leaders of trade associations in our industry, in the bookselling world, and I have heard more than one leader of a group tell me that they have received more calls from bookstore owners about cash flow issues in the last couple months than they have the entire last 4 to 5 years. So why do I feel comforted by that? Yes, I don't really believe that misery makes good company, but what I feel positive about is that booksellers are incredibly smart and incredibly resourceful. And for that reason, I know that since a majority of us are experiencing these issues, I know that we're going to be able to band together and figure out some long-term solutions to this issue and to make this type of business, a retail neighborhood bookshop, sustainable. So that's for the long term. I and my staff have been going to meetings with trade associations, speaking with publishers, and really trying to convey the reality of what it's like to run a bookstore. And I feel optimistic about what the future holds on that front. Short term though, things would be a little easier for us if we had more cash in hand. You know, years ago when I first started learning about buy local initiatives, all the messaging was focused on what the consumer can do. That's you, that's me, people who are making purchases with their hard-earned money. And while your support is integral to our success, I learned during the pandemic, when we got significant government assistance for the first and what I hope won't be the last time, I realized how important it is to have our lawmakers care about the independent businesses that make your city the unique place that you love. I know all of us who live in Athens or have lived in Athens or visit know that it's a magical place. And a lot of the reason it is because we have vibrant local businesses, restaurants, retail, service providers that you really can't find anywhere else, especially in this little mix. So I do want you to shop with us. I hope you will come by, but I want you to know that systemically we are working with lawmakers trying to initiate plans that will have them not only understand why it is beneficial to the economy and to small stores like mine for them to support us, but also how this leads to long-term success of individual towns, cities, and the vibrance of local communities. So here is what we're doing that will affect you directly now. This summer, we're doing something called the Avid Summer Snooze. If you are a subscriber to our newsletter, you have gotten the full information on this, and you can also find it on our website. We are doing a handful of things during our summer snooze. Snoozing, I hope, will be one of them, but I'm not so sure we're going to have that much time to rest, because behind the scenes, we're going to be working really hard. One thing we're doing is we're pausing all of our book club meetings for June and July. The events that are listed on our website are still taking place, so don't worry about that, but we're just not adding anything to our plates. We are pausing those things so that we can really start navigating in a more deliberate way what events and book clubs and customer involvement looks like post-pandemic. We are also going to be closed on Mondays for the summer, and we will keep you posted to let you know if in August we are going to reopen on Mondays or if that's a day we're going to keep closed. We have a million other fun ideas in store, and I'm really excited to tell you about the first one. So the first thing we're doing is a summer reading bingo bonus. So between now and May 23rd, 2024, if you come by the shop, grab a bingo sheet and purchase one book from us that meets the qualifications of any one of the squares on that bingo sheet, you get a chance to roll our official bingo spinner thing, and the little number will come out saying, you know, B1064, and we then look on our sheet and see if that number and letter combination is indeed a prize winner. You might win advanced reading copies of books, fun little gift things, and we also have a couple of big gift cards to give away. So your chances are good. You can play that until the 23rd. After that, we have more things happening. We're going to go on a weekly basis and announce them to you. We've already planned the first few promotions we're doing, and we're super pumped about it, and we're really excited to see you in the store. Thank you so much for those of you who made it to the end of this video. We really appreciate you. And again, I want to reiterate that this is not an existential crisis for us. We are doing fine, and in the long term, I feel really optimistic. It's just right now, the things are a little tight, and rather than keeping that a secret and having it stress all of us out behind the scenes, I wanted to take a cue from other leaders in the community who've spoken up about cash flow issues and share the same with you. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate you. I love you, and I am so, so thankful for your support. Bye.
We hope to see you in the shop a lot over these next few months. Summers in a college town are a blast, but they can be pretty rough on us local business owners. When you're in town and trying to decide what to do with your time, we hope you'll opt to drink, eat, shop, read, and wander locally. Athens is rad and becomes even more so when you vote with your dollars to support independent businesses and organizations. No matter what your summer plans entail, be sure to treat yourself to an Avid staff pick for your road trips, mornings by the pool, or even sweltering afternoons huddled around your air conditioner. See you soon.